Good afternoon, everyone. This is Lisa. I hope you're having an awesome Tuesday. So, I had a great time over the holidays and took some time off, and I hope you all did too. So on the way back, some things happened, and we got to talking about family illnesses. And as I said in my live this afternoon, if you got to see it, a family member of mine came to me and said that he had been prescribed a high blood pressure medication. Those of you who know my views on medication, I usually try to get the simple things out of the way first because most medications I cannot take for one reason or another. And I guess that's actually a gift in some way. I'm trying to look at it that way, but because it has caused me to find some other things that have been really awesome. And so I want to share those things with you and pass those on to you and hope that, maybe you can find healthier alternatives in your life. So, anyway, this male relative is one that I've known his whole life. Um, and I'd been talking to him about weight and, health and things like that. And he's the type, well, it's like, put it off, put it off, put it off. Okay. So he tells me this, and I said, oh, okay. And the medication that he was prescribed is amlodipine bisalate. And the side effects were swelling, dizziness, and nausea. This does not sound like fun to me, and they may not happen, of course. But if they do, there was going to be a problem with one in particular. The swelling of his foot was going to be very unpleasant, but the dizziness could really make it so that he couldn't work because of the type of job that he does. So I went in and did some research, and like I said, the sole reason was weight. So I told him about the side effects, and he had told me that the same doctor that had prescribed this medicine had told him to lose weight. So the doctor did do the job. She did try. And so, of course, now she had to move to a second step because nothing had been solved. So I'm asking you all this because it's like, why do we always have to have the worst come? Well, I guess not everybody's like that. What type of person are you? Are you the type that can take advice, look ahead and say, oh, this is coming, it's not going to be good, I need to do something now? Or do you, what is it they say, when you see the smoke, do you do something? Or when the fire's literally almost burning you, do you have to do something? So the doctors in our cases have been trying for years to get us to do something healthier. They've been talking to us about weight and getting enough sleep and, living a healthy lifestyle. And sometimes we just don't listen. So we end up with higher consequences. I've got a couple of different articles, but I really wanted to say that after I presented this to this person, fortunately, he seems to be making a better choice. So I'm just going to go into a few things. There are some off the wall things that didn't hit me as being part of um, high blood pressure. So, what causes high blood pressure? Generally speaking, okay, high blood pressure. How do they? Okay, so first of all, let's go into how do high blood pressure medications work. This one is from the CDC.gov. Okay, I pick government sites because they do have a lot of resources to do studies. Hopefully, they're being truthful and all that. Okay, so how do they work? They cause your body to get rid of water, which decreases the amount of water and salt in your body to a healthy level, relaxing your blood vessels, making your heart beat with less force, blocking nerve activity that can restrict your blood vessels. Okay? I have never had a high blood pressure. If anything, I've been told I have low blood pressure, so this is why I go off of other people. And I was really glad that this person brought this to my attention. Okay, so what are the side effects of blood pressure medicines? Most of the time, blood pressure medications do not cause side effects. That is contrary to what I've heard from people who have had them. Okay, people have had mild side effects, including dizziness, headaches, swelling in the legs or feet, or stomach problems. I'm going to tell you, if you have a choice, because I do have experience with dizziness and stomach problems, if you can avoid them, do. They're not fun, okay? So if you got something that has a side effect of that, I don't know. I just don't think I would pick that one. But, you know, all medicines have risks. And talk to your doctor about the best blood pressure medications for you. This is in the article. Okay, so your medical team will decide. There was something, though, on this last one, because I typed in, what about the odd stuff that can cause it? Okay, and it ended up coming up with like high blood pressure often runs in families. Much of what we know about high blood pressure has come from genetic studies. Many different genes are linked to a small increase in high blood pressure. Research suggests that some DNA changes in an unborn baby grows in the womb may lead to high blood pressure later in life. Okay, that would be something off the wall, but it could still happen. Okay, lifestyle habits. Eat unhealthy foods often. Okay, this does not mean you can't have the occasional piece of birthday cake. What it means is hopefully it's not somebody's birthday every single day that you know, because that would be a regular thing. So we can all do things that we can make better choices. Drink too much alcohol or caffeine. Don't get enough physical activities. Smoke or use illegal drugs such as cocaine, bath salts, and methamphetamine. Don't get enough good quality sleep. Notice how they put good quality sleep, because you've got to get to that sleep level. The deep sleep level. Let me clarify that, because just taking a little doze of nap really doesn't count. It's not going to help you. Well, not as much as getting the deep sleep, and you need that. I mean, and probably the rest of the people around you will thank you for that. Certain tumors, other medical conditions that can change the way your body controls fluids, sodium, and hormones in your blood. Other conditions can cause high blood pressure. Include certain tumors, chronic kidney disease, metabolic syndrome, overweight and obesity. We've already been over that one. Sleep apnea, that can really cause some problems, and thyroid problems. Okay, so, and it's going to go into it, and like, if you want my research, I will more than happily send it to you. So how to prevent high blood pressure. Okay, choose heart-healthy foods that are lower in sodium, rich in potassium, fruits and vegetables that are high in potassium. For more ways to limit your sodium, visit, this particular program. And the same diet, by the way, is not going to work well for everybody. Just get regular physical activity, avoid or limit alcohol, aim for a healthy weight, quit smoking, manage stress, get enough good quality sleep. Okay, so we're seeing the same thing over and over again. So here's my question. Why do we keep punishing ourselves? Because literally that is what we're doing. We are giving ourselves a sentence of when we don't sleep properly, when we don't eat properly. Most of us have choices on what we put in our mouths, getting some exercise. I mean, it doesn't have to be overly complicated, guys. You can just choose to walk from the furthest end of the parking lot into the store. Some of you have physically active jobs. It's not like you have to do much of anything else because you're already exercising. Now you just combine it with drinking enough water, eating, the foods that work versus the foods that don't. And I have a 2-patch system that I used to lose weight, and they look a little bit like this, and I'm not going to give out the name because I think I would like you to contact me or the person who sent this to you for questions, because it's easy to, it's better if you talk to somebody who's had experience with them and gone through the weight loss or gone through the eating plan. They can tell you about the bumps in the roads. They can tell you what to do. And they're enthused about it. I don't think I've ever heard anyone be enthused about taking a blood pressure medicine in my life. If they do, it's usually short-lived, because I have heard that they can have quite an effect, and that's all I'll say. Okay, so I use an anti-inflammatory program, or it's close to low carb. It just gives me a few more than the restrictions on that, and I can send that to you. But basically, guys, let's let's try to start this year with like a new turning over a new leaf, turning a corner. If it's, you want to get off a certain medication, start working your way towards it. You can do it. I promise you, if you really want to do it, you can. It's tough. Don't, any habit you've got to break is tough, but there's no way that we as intelligent human beings don't have what it takes, because we do. There was a time when I thought that I couldn't do it, and I proved myself wrong. Okay, so that's just the way it is. Okay, so we need like a whole army. If you've already made this journey, could you please just message me and join me, because we really need a lot of people out there encouraging, helping others, and then share this with somebody who could use it, or you think could use it, or may know somebody who could use it, because again, it takes a bunch of us to get this out. I don't really, we do it to ourselves most of the time. I mean, it's just the way it is. Why are we doing this? We got to get ourselves off of that mode. Stop punishing yourself. Okay, so whoever shared this with you, whether it was me or someone else, will get back with you with whatever your questions are. So just feel free to write them down, or you can leave them in the comments, and I will do my best to get back to you. So thank you so much. And oh, you might want to know how that situation turned out. Well, so far, in this case, the doctors have been trying to get us to do the right things, and in this case, they really did. I'm not a big drug person just because it doesn't work well for me, and I know so many other people like me. Okay, so to conclude, take the simple steps before you have to go to something stronger and create more problems, because that's usually what I found that happens. Okay, so had we listened to our doctors when they said things like lose weight, get enough sleep, eat better, get exercise, the other steps like taking drugs, like not feeling well, because let's face it, when you're high blood pressure, whatever, you're probably not feeling real well. The other steps would not be needed. Accomplish the simple steps so you don't need the more complicated solutions. So leave me a comment. Are you a simple steps person? Are you you the one that chooses the complicated thing and has to have all the other stuff that still doesn't solve the problem? I think most of us are smarter than that. We know what to do. Now it's just time to do it. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And like I said, message me back with any questions that you have, or anything like that, and I would be happy to help you out. Definitely, this can be your year, and I really and truly hope it is. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.